Mama. Hi everyone. You have dizzy cat today. Yeah. Hi Silver. What was that one? Hi Duck. Ah, water. That was high handle. Too much water. I lemonade. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oh, dizzy guys. Right. I have those for a reason. Why did I not trigger though? There we go. Yeah. Hi, Nerf. You're making the foods? What foods? What foods are you making? Yeah, today we're gonna try and make more progress on the outfit we modeled last time. Oh, I forgot. I forgot. I forgot to update thingy. Hang on. Where thingy? Where thingy? Oh, why did that one replay? Didn't we just listen to this one? Hang on, I swap and then we do the weekly update thingy. Oh, French bread pizza is yummy. And then there we go. We have the update board that has all the stuff that's going on this week, which it looks pretty empty compared to last week. Last week was the streamiversary week. This one's back to kind of regularly scheduled stuff. So we've got the rigging stream today, Escape the Backrooms, and Hightail coming up, which are all going to be super fun. And then one thing you'll probably notice is that all of the live stream thumbnails are starting to have live in the upper right corner. I've actually gone back and updated a bunch of old thumbnails too, and I plan on doing like even more of them. I'm trying to go back in time and do them like as I get time, so that it's all standardized and stuff. And then the other goal I have this week is to start posting in the spoilers channel in the Discord more, because I wanna tease things more. I wanna show off what I'm working on. So I don't know what I'm gonna post yet. Just as I work on things, I'm gonna look for things that I can take a screenshot of and share and ask for feedback and stuff. But for today, we're gonna be working on the still positive outfit. So let's swap that back to the blender. There we go. I could have gone with name pun, but I feel like that would have hurt the searchability and stuff. Yeah, basically that, because I plan on doing more long form content. I want to make it easier to know which is the live stream stuff and which is like actually more properly produced or like stuff with edits. So if it has the live tag, it's basically unedited. If it is without the live tag in the upper right, then it's the edited content, which you probably could tell based on just the fact that some of them are 3 hours and some of them are much less. But given that I've had some hours or some streams that like break early and whatnot, it's just better to have more ways of seeing. Hi, but how you? Why am I getting cheesed? Alright, so first thing we should do is probably... Oh, I split. is figure out where the where the seams are. That thingy. Yeah, 1 hour 30 is common. Head pat's done. Okay. So this... Hang on, does this... We hide that... Okay. So that does split there, so then we probably want to hide that one too. Where is that edge? I think there. So edge, mark seam, and then we'll grab this, hide that, and those both already have seams there. Because we were smart and did it in advance. Yeah, it did not work. Oh, Uppy's platform. You're right, you're right. Where Uppy's platform go? There you go. Alright, so that one's good. We need to... Oh, we already have seams on this one. Alright, because it used just the leg seam, so that's fun. So then we need to do... Oh, this one not mirrored either. Where would seam go on this? I think maybe these would be seams? Or should all of these be seams? I think all of them should be seams. Edge, mark seam, and then like that, and then these ones should be seams. Edge, mark seam, hide, and then these ones. Nope, I deselected. I did not mean to deselect. Edge marks. No, not mark sharp, mark seam on that. There we go. You're lucky that the nat one doesn't do much for the stream pets. I could probably go back and make it do something. That might be funny. But I don't know what I'd make it do. Mark seam there. And then like that. Shoes hide for a second. I think this already has... I'm confused on what this is doing actually. Because that looks like it should have the seam already in it. Is that already seamed? It looks like it's half seamed. I can't tell what the lower half is doing though. I think it looks like it has weird merge thing going on. Shrink that down. Why do I have that middle one selected? So those two, pull that back. Why is that still selecting that middle one? What is going on with this? Okay, so those are... What? Why those joined? If like these are the separate ones. Why that linked? I am confused. What have I done? Yeet does not eat cheese. Yeet eats people that try and steal my raspberries. Edge. Markson. So is that just that side? Yeah. Head crotches. Compass. Wait, wasn't there a... I feel like there was a prop I was supposed to add. I don't remember if I did. Did I forget? Where was thingy? Word tracker. I don't know. How weird. Actually, let me double check the cat token shop in the Discord. Maybe I did forego. Cat token shop. There was one. I never made the bread of shame. Do I want that to be just image or should that be 3D model? When can you obtain the Yeet Spider? Good question. Don't know yet. I need to make that merch. I have way I could. I should order test of it. Maybe that's something I put in the spoilers channel. I'll put my idea for that there. Reverse that. Actually, minus 15. And then stream. Okay. Let me see if I can quickly do the stream prop one. Because I think I should be able to. Yeah. That one. And then that there. Where would I put that? Put that on the actually, not there. That one. With the other ones. Wait, is that not... Why did that download like that? That's not what I need. Now to put bread on. And then should I have that? And then make smaller. Oh, I have moved over to the side. Rat, that too far. Come back, bread. No, not too far still. Is that good enough? It's a little silly. Doesn't need to be moved forward. Not a sandwich. I just have bread. Oh, that too far forward. That look weird. Oh, what? Bread too far. There we go. Maybe more like that. What? That, I guess. Maybe smaller. I is red. I will have to make proper bread at some point, but I don't want to set expectation that the stream prop always makes me make something. That's why it's supposed to be uses PNG. Maybe I add one for simple, like, no physics prop thing. We'll see. But for now, that adds PNG prop. Right, yeah, that doesn't interfere too bad. Though I should merge things. Like those two merge. These two merge. These two merge. And then feels like these two should merge. And then this should disjoint. That should split. And then this no longer needs to be seen. Oh, I forgot to move myself to the side. Whoops. I dizzy still. Right, add up the. Is that for no? There we go. That look better. That make more sense. And that has proper seam. And then lower thingy here. Edge. Mark seam. Edge mark sharp. Edge mark seam. Edge mark sharp. And then edge mark seam there. though. This not quads, so that problem. So we'll delete faces here. And then if we select the two independently, then do this to individual origins, extrude scale down. There we go. That better. And then if we hide the shoes again, we can select these two edges. Edge, mark, seam. And now that has nice edge. And then next thing we need to do is apply the mirror so that it's now on both sides. And then fancy shoes need UV. So if we get rid of the ribbon on the shoes, we can add UV on these two. Edge, mark seam. I think that might even be like the only one we need. Hide socks. Hide base. Okay, no, we do need one on the inside. We need seam here. And on this one, we need seam. Yeah? Oh, never mind, that one. Edge, mark, seam. That should fix those. And they have all the other good seams. Okay. So that makes those done then. Frame off time? Not frame off. Okay, frame off. They're gone.
Be a bad boy and watch me find it out for myself.
Alright, this one next. This one next. This we do same. Well, not that. Same on flower. I struggle talking hard. Edge, mark, seam. Was I holding the wrong thing? Well, that doesn't matter. That can be seen that fine. It should be shift, not control. That is my error with that, but not real error because it makes no difference. Not in this one anyway. Edge, mark, seam. Hide. Well, that's okay. Quotes are for funny. Merge at center. Hide. There we go. Now I can go back to merging these at center. Turn off X mirror. Vertex. No, mesh. Mesh. Snap to symmetry. There we go. Now I need to try and re-hide these to confirm. Okay, yeah. Ribbon is correctly done there. So if we hide those, do we need? I don't think we need UV for those. Those are fine. so that one's good then. Oh,
Save.
yeah, save. Save is smart. Next this one. Where that edge there needs seam. Same on opposite side. Edge mark seam. And then how do we want to do seams here? So if we do like those two edges, yeah, those two edges seem like good seams. Edge mark seam. And then we don't need the one on the middle of the back here. Edge clear seam. We can instead do at the top of the collar, I think. Edge mark seam. Is there any point we're missing at the top of the collar? Hide the hair for a bit. Yes, there is a whole bunch we're missing at the top of the collar here. Edge mark seam, which actually we probably want to smooth out the top of this collar. So if we select it like that, scale Z less, we can kind of get it to behave better, hopefully. It's still seeming to dislike the sides a bit. If we hide that for a second, can we figure out what to do about that? Because it's mainly these loops here that are causing some trouble. How do we fix that? We could add more vertexes across the top, but I don't think that's necessarily the best way to go. We could also just scoot these down. So that these flow across better, hopefully. Like that. And select the tops again. Z. And then scale X out a bit more. Like that. Unhide. There we go. That color looks nicer. Actually, maybe it's a bit too straight of a color. I think if we take these two, make sure that we've got that on connected only, make that bigger, we can bring that down a bit. There we go. That looks more like a reasonable color, I think. Hi, Victory! Head pats are nice. There we go. A little bit dip in the collar in the back, and that's good. Do not eat the ceramic glazes. That bad idea. There we go. And then We also have a slight problem here with it not sticking out far enough. Like that. Okay. So we've now got that there, that there. Oh, but that does have a bit of problem. Because now we actually do need split at back of collar, except not at that edge. So we need like, oh, come on. Like that. Edge. Mark seam. So we're basically putting back that edge that I got rid of before. So I think that should do that one. And then we can put back on dress top. So we've got sleeves done. So the top's done. Socks are done. Only thing left for marking seams should be the flowers in the hair. Well, you're not paying for the model, so there's nothing to refund. Seam. Did I remember to mark sharp on those? I did not. Do I want to mark sharp on those? Probably not, actually. Head fat's nice. No eating the model. The model is me. No eating me. Now we select all of these edges. Hi, Eternal. Why is that both ways, Brownie? Why is it whether you pet me or stop petting me? Huh? Wait, what do you feed cat? Oh, snack time. The victory. Should I have marshmallows or cookie with chocolate or fruit snacks? Those are options. But which one? Because I've got like the marshmallows that you find in Lucky Charms, because I've got little bags of those. I've also got the little like shortbread cookies with chocolate on top. Those are really yummy. And I've got the fruit snacks that Eternal got me. If no pick, we'll grab fruit snack because I keep forgetting to eat them. Alright, hide these then. And start grabbing the next one. Oh, come on. Edge. Mark C. Yeah, I have had those fruit snacks for a while. Fruit snacks? Those are interesting ones. Okay. I'm slow to eat fruit snacks because I don't like stuff sticking to my teeth very much. That, and I'll normally pick raspberries over them because fruit is kind of like fruit snacks. It's just better. I don't know if you should give cats X-wings. There are some cats that you should not trust, because they want to attack. If they could hunt you down, they would. You know, are normal cats safe to eat raspberries? Or is that just a me thing? I've never checked with other cats whether they like raspberries or not. Not that I would share my raspberries with them, they're all mine. But I do wonder if I'm out of the ordinary for liking raspberries. I'm out of the ordinary for a lot of things, namely being shapeshifter and whatnot. But I've never thought about favorite food-wise if I was out of ordinary. I know cats can't have too much salt, which means that I'm out of the ordinary for liking popcorn so much, because it very salty. And I think they also can't have garlic, or was it onions? Cats can have a small amount of fresh raspberries. That good. They can enjoy their raspberries too. Hi, Blunder. It has been a bit. You've caught me on a dizzy day. But it's still productive. We've got quite a bit done so far, actually. Because that was, I think, the last of the UV. Or at least the edge mapping on this. And that makes sense. Sometimes that happens to me if I eat, like, too much fruit too early in the morning. It no fun. Oh, so they're good for cats in moderation. Oh, what project have you been working on, Blunder? Now I need to actually rig stuff before I do proper UV, I think. And I do eat in moderation. I try and limit it to 1 pack of raspberries a day. Which sounds kind of sus. Ooh, what kind of game? Add data transfer. Freddy's raspberries? No. Don't mix Five Nights at Freddy's and raspberries. And I can neither confirm nor deny that, Eternal. Devil May Cry and Sonic Frontiers. Open world hack and slash does sound interesting. But I've not... Oh, shook head too quickly. I made myself dizzier. I've not played either of those games is what I was trying to say, I think. Alright, so generate those, apply, and then socks, add data transfer, mirror space interpolated, apply that, and then another one, and then we'll check and see if this has worked on the feats before we try and do the others. Set this to 12. Oh wait, no, not 12. This should be 19. That one. Start close. Ooh, a fridge full of raspberries would be great. I actually didn't get any raspberries when I got groceries this Friday. They were all sold out. Made me sad. Okay, so that didn't properly move. Do I not have stop pose mode? I have armature on these. Is it just pointing at the wrong one? Yeah, it was. Okay, that's why. We had the wrong armature base selected for these. So if we correct that, and then we do start pose mode. There we go. Well, that moved socks. It's not working on the legs for some reason. Or on the shoes. Why did that... What? Where did it get 9 from? Alright, I think that should work. Okay, well that definitely moved together. There we go, okay. So that is in fact moving with the correct rig. I don't have garden. I tried planting a raspberry bush on my patio at my last apartment, but I don't go outside enough to take care of it. Make sure that's pointing to the right thing. Data transfer. Come on, gotta transfer from the right mesh. That one. Nearest face interpolated. Generate that and apply. And then gotta do that for the flower thingy too. That one. Vertex data, nearest face interpolated. Apply that. And then the hair flowers one. This should just rig to the head, so I'm not even gonna bother with that. The tail ribbon, I think we want to rig separately too. Did I have raspberries on my throne? I don't even remember. But yeah, throne. I tried to put them on my throne before, but they had the same problem of even throne says can't send raspberries. Wait, paint. Oh, this has wrong base. Hair flowers needs that base. Now if I select both, I'm good. Wait, paint. Now I can select the head and add rig to that. So now when head moves, the flowers move with it. Is that one good? What's better than a hug? Oh, big hugs are nice. One thing I'm gonna do is I wanna copy the body and see if I can't So duplicate the body, and then put body under this armature and in this thingy. So then we can hide that body. And now we've got our own one here. So now when we go into pose mode, it moves with it. It does not move with it. It should, but it's not. Oh, it's because I forgot to update which armature it was tied to. So as soon as I do that, now we should be able to fully test and see if there are clipping issues. And immediately, I am noticing some issues. Why is that doing that? Oh, the big tube popsicles, the ones that make the cuts on the corner of your mouth. What is this dizziness right now? I don't know what's going on with me. Deep fried bananas seem like they'd be yummy. Okay, so that moves correctly. Why is that like that though? What? Oh, do you mean like that? Yeah, because head is on base rig, not this rig. I don't know why dress is weight painted like that, though. I don't think the dress is normally weight painted like that. If I swap to the default outfit... Oh, maybe it was because it was like that on the default outfit, not on the cat base outfit. Maybe I stole the base dress from the wrong one. So if I do this one, go pose mode, does that move? It seems like it still does, but to a different degree. So I think... object mode, pose... Object mode, select that, go back to pose mode, select all, pose, here, transform all, go back to normal. And then if I copy this dress, and then we move that up here into the piano dress and weight it under this one. Then make armature base that one. Get rid of this dress. Change this one to piano dress. And then we see that. Hide that one. There's a little bit of an issue there, but that does immediately fix the thing. So I was just using the wrong dress. That's fine. Fuel their appetite. Deep fried butter cookie banana upside down cake with chocolate drizzle and raspberry toppings. That sounds like it's gonna be way too sweet. Way too rich flavored. Do my eyes get small when I'm focusing? I don't know. This needs to come out. There we go. So now we can check. Like, is there any... Yeah, so that looks like it might be minor issue there. But if we... Words struggle. If we shrink the arms inside the struggles, and inside the sleeve, and don't have sleeve transparent, that's never going to be a proper issue. So I don't know how much I care to fix it on weight painting side, because it's not actually a problem. One thing should check. Yeah, so that should not be attached to that. Stop pose mode. Select that. Object mode weight paint. Because I think that's too much there. That should be more to that. Maybe not all the way, but just more. What if we smooth that out now? So it still goes down a little bit so that it doesn't end up clipping too much. Though I don't think I'm ever gonna... Yeah, we'll just put as no effect. Stop pose mode. Blue raspberry is good flavor. That needs some bones to pilot the actual ribbon strings on it. Like the flower doesn't need any physics. So let me weight paint. So is that just... Wait, is that already clipping through? That looks like it's already clipping through. It is! Maybe that's part of the problem then. So if we just do large radius, lift that up a bit. And then rotate. Yeah, now there's no issue. Even when doing like weirder movements and stuff, I'm not seeing any clipping issues. When it comes to popsicles or candy, do you prefer raspberry or blue raspberry? I think I actually prefer peach or mango. Because whenever candy does raspberry flavor, they make it way too tart. So it don't taste right whenever they do it. Beepy sounds. I think first thing I want to add is add... Oh, yeah, should save. Save would be smart. I want to add bones to the sleeves to give them the flappy. make them move when move hands, basically. They should be able to react to physics, his bone thingies. Does that actually mirror on the other side? Okay, it does. Kind of. It confers. Did that mess up other side? That did. Why that do? Armature. Yeah. Snap. No? Symmetrize. No, that didn't symmetrize. That is confused. I want to line that up like that. And is that one lined up? Yes, it is. Because this needs to be lined up with that same point. There we go. So now this one needs to scoot down a bit. Back that way. Also, is there a way to reverse bone I4 gore? I'm not sure. Your X local? Yes, it. Problem is that does that. What if I need this bone to not be connected, and then add your X local. Okay, so that work. It's silly, but it work. That one. Mirror X local. And then that one needs to go like back. And then select the little part. There we go, that bit. Pull that down. And then pull that in line there. And then this one goes... Wait, is that hand? Why that not be hand? What did I do? I've done something wrong. Oh, I just selected the wrong one. It's this one. So that should be the thing. But apparently that don't mirror correctly. Why don't they mirror correctly? That is concerning. Armature. Symmetrize. What if I do... away? Sort that lowers everything. Alright, that should work. Hopefully that should make everything the same. And then this bone is instead sleeve. Sleeve R. Hi, Jaden. And then we need to make other side be leave L. Alright, now that we've got the sleeve bones, now we can go into weight paint. So hand is currently there. We basically want to attach all of that to the sleeves. So we'll do it this way. Then should be able to select all of these. And I think Throne just as a whole doesn't support Amazon Grocery, if I understood. Oh, not
So,
subtract, we need add. I will save. Good luck, Plunder. Silver, why would I buy you a Waffle House shirt? That doesn't sound like something I'd do. I wonder, should I add more topology to this, or stick with straight? I'm trying to decide if sleeves curve or if sleeves just stay straight. You know what? We test. We just add loop cut, and then we move and see. Does this look better than what it was? I don't know. I don't know if I like that better or worse. Because it feels like the inner edge is too stiff then, I think. So if I get rid of that cut again, and then we get out of edit mode, go back to weight paint. If you're not getting normalized weights, you need to turn on auto normalize. That's probably the thing you're missing. It's under the options on the weight paint tab on the upper right. As soon as you do that, then when you edit one bone, it normalizes the others. I think I prefer the straighter. Yeah, I think straight makes more sense with this. Now, do I need to do the other one? No, that one has already done it because we have the mirror. So that's good. Those are now set up nice. The sun is not raspberry flavor, that's just you hallucinating taste cause tongue burning. Save that. We should double check color and stuff. this moving together just fine? But why have we've got issue there now? When we corrected the top, it didn't like it on the bottom. I forgot that it do that sometimes. Think there. Object mode, weight paint. No, weight paint there. Okay. So that still fit normally. Actually, let's even hide the normal base. So now we can see more clearly if there are any issues. It looks like it's doing fine though. You don't normally see much neck movement, so I think we'll be okay. You normally see more like head movement up here, and it looks like we've got like a little bit. Do we want that affecting the collar? I don't think we want head affecting collar. So we will go subtract that. So now when head moves, why does head affect arm? What?
Hey.
Hi Sammy, how are you? So I need to fix ribbon. Why is head affecting arm at all? That should not be the case. Object mode. Select that. Object mode. Weight paint. Head. That way. Get rid of it on the flower. That could stop pose mode to reset that. And then that sounds like it's a thing that we need to update on the body. Though I think this body is also not my latest. Yeah, it's not the latest version that I made for Evelyn, because the Evelyn body has a new blend shape for making it masculine. So I should update that entirely. Do I want to do that now or do I want to do that later? Well, I should probably do that now, just so that it doesn't cause trouble later. So we'll make the Evelyn version visible. We will hide the body on this one. And then that should let us select the Evelyn armature and then the body base. Go object mode weight paint. We will hide the white shirt. Oh, why dark? I'll hide that armature. So select Evelyn armature, select Evelyn body. Object mode, weight paint. Why is that not correct? Is Evelyn body not... Why doesn't it have an armature modifier? That's weird. There we go, now it should work. Weight paint. So now if we select the head, and then go crazy with the head of just like frickin' stick up there. Yeah, so all of this that's moving shouldn't be. And then object mode, select this one. Pose mode, select all. Transform. No, clear transform all. There we go. I was testing physics issue. Weight paint's not linked properly on body. Head go vroom so that can test extreme and fix. It hard to explain when dizzy making words hard. Alright, is this got correct armature link? That other question. Out of post mode. This one. Armature. Okay. So yeah, that's fine. So now I just need to duplicate this, and then we can put that here. Put that under that armature, make sure that is connected to the correct armature. And then this one should be old, and this one is new. So now the next time that I update this, it should use that body. You wanna see bold with textures? There you go. Bold with textures. So then this one as well needs to duplicate, and then that needs to move into piano dress and link up to that armature. And then we put that armature there and get rid of that one. We can delete that one as well. So now if I hide that, it has that one there. And that should link to this so that when I go pose mode and do like the same test, that shouldn't move. Yeah, it doesn't move anything other than what should be connected to the head. So then if we do white shirt on, do the same test of like rotate the head. Okay, it's still following sleeves a little bit, so we need to fix that. But that shouldn't be too difficult, because that's basically just go in white paint, select head, subtract on arms again. Actually, none of this should move with the head. There we go. That worked better. What's up, Silver? Why'd you buy a lot of bits? Oh, so there we go. Now dark back. I gotta try and fix the lights out thing. It keeps breaking. I don't like it. Hey!
Eternal 2319
Okay,
sent
wait,
5 to say, how many bits silver?
Eternal. I don't think you should use bits to ask someone else how many bits they got. It seems rude. So stop pose mode, go into edit mode. And then extrude on y-axis. So there can be
Eternal 2319 sent 5 to say 5,000.
Diana, you're being rude. What? Do I want? I should have word struggle. The ribbon needs root bone to tie physics to, so that the number of physics objects is reduced. Is, I think, what was trying, but was also questioning if should be able to grab both sides of ribbon at the same time. Kinda leaning towards be able to grab both sides of ribbon at the same time. Cause then can do like tighten ribbon. I know I want to do it on that side, but I'm still probably gonna add a root ribbon thing. Or do I need a root ribbon on that one? I don't know. I struggle. I'm also questioning if I do physics on the feet ribbon either. We do ribbon here, ribbon here. Hold those forward. So there's 2 of the ribbon ones. And then do I want the individual or those be separate too? Because we could do like 1, or we could do 1 and 2. I think since this one is primarily music video, we are less concerned with full optimization.
I sure do feel
So
like
we
crashing
can
soon be a shame if you
we
saved
can
your
have
progress or something.
extra physics objects. Yeah, I don't think travelers would be very tasty, and I have saved. Travelers mean they haven't showered in a while. That not good. That not tasty. So then again, if they did shower recently, they taste like soap. I don't want that either. What we name this bone? I'm not so. Sensory stuff will be struggling. Shaking head too hard made me dizzy worse. It's okay. I guess it depends on how cleaned and whatnot. 'Cause like, if they just waded through chicken soup, then they're probably fine. 'Cause that is like tasty bath. But if they just coated themselves in soap, then they taste like soap and it's bad. Yeah, my brain is weird right now. Is this gonna be a chest bow? Right. And then this one chest bow left. And then this one chest ribbon, right? And chest ribbon left. So now, if we go here, wait, paint. Now, that thingy. Have this be plus. Make sure this side is fully weighted. And then rest sort of weighted. Smooth it up. Add more. Bit weird there. Almost, but it not smoothed enough. Head fats and dizzy. Oh, maybe I should have the flower. Not edit mode, wait. Flower take on some of that. I think I reversed instead. But maybe that better? So that move a little. And then if that like rotate that way. Yeah, that follow not bad. I feel like it should go a little bit more average there. There we go. And then start pose mode. What if this gets stretched? That's gonna be silly, but it could be stretchable. So that could work. Wait. Oh, Georgie Frog. Don't lick frogs. You don't know if they toxic or not. I did see the thing about scrap mechanic. I was confused by their trailer thingy that they put out, cause it had like only 6 frames of the frickin' thingies that you put together, contraptions. It was mostly explosions, which feels like it's wrong demographic. Select that. Yeah, the contraptions, the cars, vehicles, farms, all kinds of things you make. The things that you actually use said scrap for. The mechanic part of the game. That way it feel weird that that left out of the trailer. Average. Smooth that out. Now, if we rotate that, now we see where problem child is. And average out more. There we go. I think that should help.
Save.
Right, we save. Stop pose mode. So those two should work. Now, object mode weight paint for these ones. Save as best friend. So this is full at the end, and then go up more. This one also smooth out. Now when this go up, we have looser kind of ribbon. Question is this enough to feel like loose ribbon? Or does it need, like, more? So if I rotate that side, I think that's probably enough. So I'll repeat same on other side. We got friendly people. Smooth that up. Add a bit more back to the end. And then I think that should work. Yeah, that looks like ribbon, I think. So now we've got those. I'll leave them all individual. Actually, wait. Maybe what do is separate to right and left? Because I don't think someone's... Like, we're not going to mess with all four at the same time. You might mess with, like, both of those or both of those, but I don't think you're going to mess with, like, both of these on the same side at the same time. So with that being the case, we should be able to do... Select from right there. Do, like, extrude up. And then that scoot that way, and then Shift D X, move that side. So this can be what name? Chest bow root. R, and this one is chest bow root L, and then this one goes to chest bow root R. Same with this one. And then these two go L. And that should minimize the number of fizz bones while still keeping the physics we want. Is that Mustang talking Silver? Yeah. Alright, so now we need to do tail ribbon. Or do we want to do physics on the shoes? I still don't know whether I even want physics on the shoes. Because, like, if I'm kicking, then it feels like it should move, but I also don't know if it's gonna be something people really notice. I think I will add. But I'll do it simplified. So if I do there, select both, extrude up, then grab over, oh, mirror on please, over there. This should let me do that and put that like right in the middle of the flower. And then extrude down like that. That should give us nice hanging one in between. Delete both those. And then select that one. We'll call this one foot ribbon .r. And then this one is foot ribbon .l. And I think question now is, are those on feet or are those on legs? So if we go start pose mode, does this move with feet or does this move with leg? Okay, I think that... Oh, that's a weird one. Because it's currently smack in the middle. I think we need to make that move with leg more than foot. But it is like right at that bend that's so weird. Actually, I think we'll prioritize foot movement on that. So we stop pose mode. Then grab those, object, edit mode, not edit mode. We need to edit the rig first. Because these need to go to foot R, and this one goes to foot L. So that should fix those. And then get out of edit mode. We'll start with fixing the shoe first. Wait, paint. So like if I put this down. Let's add more to the upper bit here. We gotta be careful not to add too much to the lower bit, though. So if we do that, then it still stretches, but it stretches a lot less. And your foot's never really gonna go like that too much. If it does, you've got bigger concerns, I think. than it clipping through leg. So I think like that's probably the highest you could comfortably raise your foot. It's usually gonna go the other direction. So I think that's fine. Maybe even a bit more than what we have it. I think I'll stick with that though. And then that should have auto done it on the other side. Yeah, more or less. So then we'll stop pose mode. Swap to these guys. Weight paint. Not vertex paint, weight paint. So now if we lower that, these actually should have more. Probably about there. And then get rid of, actually we'll do fully weighted to the foot first. Shoot, I didn't mean to do the back thingy. Well, the back thingy should do a little bit. The back thingy should be there. But it's these ribbons that should be fully weighted to the foot. And then we can bring in this. Grab these. And then do weights here.
Hey Cat, this is Blender. Go ahead and save before I crash again.
I will save as soon as I finish doing this bit. Something like that. Blend that out to get it more smooth going. So now when it rotates, it has more movement to it. So stop pose mode and save. Thank you, 8-bit. Though I will say those are going to take a while to edit, so it will be slow going for tutorial videos. But I do have the next one in the works already, so hopefully it shouldn't be more than a few months. I will make sure that I have other stuff in the meantime too. Let's make sure this one. So that one didn't do it at all. And that one looks wrong. Why did that not mirror? Where is my weight paint mirror thingy? Oh, I just didn't have it on. So get these in. And then we do the ribbon bit. How many clips do I have now? What do you mean? For shorts or for like how much of the next tutorial video have I edited? Because those are two very different questions. Oh. How many do I have in the thingy? That is a good question. Wait, yes? Oh, you're asking both. Shorts-wise, I've got... How many have I got that I haven't used? Because there were quite a few from the what was it? What was the cat call that had those? Because the cat call is pretty up to date with which streams have gotten clipped. I think the last one that actually got any clips was the Goose Goose Duck stream. But I don't know if I'm going to be turning those into shorts, because I'm drifting away from game-centric ones. And I think I already pulled most of the heavy personality ones out of it. So like ones that I need to go back and clip and actually turn into stuff is like the Streamiversary stream. I need to get clips from that one and turn some of those into shorts, because I think those will do well, because that is entirely personality based. And then as far as the sure, I'll hydrate. As far as the next tutorial video, I've got a good chunk of it recorded. I'm missing the final section as well as the summary at the end, but I've got the rest of the video kind of mapped out and clipped down to just the shots it needs. 1, 2. But I still have to go back and do all of the help edits and like reorganizing how it looks and the backing track. So I've got very, very rough draft currently, basically. I think I put too much on the base here. Do a bit less on that one. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. What's going on with that? It's got like some weirdness there going on. Add. There we go. That's looking more right now. So now if we rotate that the other way, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. It's PopCat me. I do have PopCat emote thingy I could mess with more. I just have not done anything with. Alright. I think those are good. So we can stop those. Now we just need to do tail. Tail ribbon thingy. So probably do the same left and right thingy. So if I do like that there, that gives us 2. And this can be tail, ribbon, root, R. So I guess that's tail bow if we're going by same we did before. And then this one, tail bow, root L. And then armature, symmetrize. There we go. We'll actually make those shorter as well. So now if we do extrude there, and then extrude out to there, that should cover that bow. And then you snizzed, good job. Extrude to like there, pull out. Maybe pull that down further as like the start of them there. And then extrude out to there. Gotta make sure that those are separate. That bit's probably gonna have to be subdivided. So if we take both of those, and then armature, subdivide by 3 is probably enough. And then we need to do should be okay. Wait, paint. Wait, is ribbon, tail ribbon not armatured? It is not armatured correctly. Should be that one. Wait, paint. And if I select all of these, actually wait, no. We want to select this one, and then we want tab mode, select all of these and these, then select these guys, go into weight paint, so that's all selected now, and all of this should go to that base. Now we do select invert, go out of that, and then it looks like we missed something. Yeah, up here it didn't weight fully. Why not? Oh, I think it's doing thingy. Okay. Select invert. And then we select the other root. And that should link up now. Alright, so then from there, we can grab this guy, grab just this one. And then that should let us do the same trick we did before where we only paint the end here. And then smooth it out. Now if this moves, it moves like that. Is that what we want? I kind of want more of it to be affected though. But I think if it's like that, then I probably want 2 bones in these ones. Because that's going to be very stiff. So stop pose mode. Actually, wait, before we do that. Start pose mode. Did that do other side? Okay, it did. So we go into edit mode, grab both of those. Armature subdivide. And then go out of edit mode, go to this one, weight paint. Now select that same side, select that bone. Now we can do just the end. And then if we smooth that out. Now if we have this one go up, that one can go down type thing, or it can flop the other way as it goes. So that should keep it nice and flowy feeling. And that, yeah, that did correctly mirror to the other side. So that lets us play with the bows in the back. Now we need to work on the actual ribbon bit. So we'll start from the base one, and then just make sure that this goes all the way down. So now when this moves, it moves the back a bit too much. So we need to subtract back here. And probably smooth out this. So now that keeps it from feeling too crazy around the base. So the next one down, we pull the same thing. Oh, not subtract, we want add. So there's that. Now if I smooth that out, and then we test that. That feels like flowy ribbon. Double check that it's doing it on the other side. Yes, it is. Good. Now we just do the end of it. And I don't think I'm gonna worry too much about giving like an extra bone or something to handle like the squish or anything of this. Because I think it flapping around is gonna be enough to make it feel like a dynamic ribbon. Because that looks like it'll do it. I don't know why that is being weird though. Get those bit more added out. There we go. I think that works. So now we've got nice flowy ribbon. Stop pose mode. So I think that's all of them now, which means that we just need to do the UV on it. So we're gonna get rid of this body base that was helping us, because that's in our actual base thingy. We don't need that here. And then we should be able to merge all of these. Object join. And then we can call this one piano dress. So now all of that should be in the same thing. And that should all be under the same material, though it's got an extra one for some reason. We do not need the bodycon material. And now if we go to the UV editing tab, now we can do UV unwrap. And that should get everything that we had marked. It looks like the toes we forgot to split. Luckily that we can go in and fix. So if we go select the shoes, hide those. Yeah, we can see where that edge is that we forgot to make a seam out of. So if we just go in and select those, and then edge, mark seam, unhide, select all, UV unwrap again. Now the socks come off cleanly. I'm seeing some really small pieces. I think those are parts of the flowers. So we might have a little bit of trouble putting detail on those. Because I believe this is doing it as aspect. We'll do angle based. What's up, Silver? Hi. I'm deciding if I want to do something about how small the petals are. Because right now, like, you can see that's the scale of a petal versus what the scale of, like, the jeans were. It's smaller than, like, the frickin' buckle, or, like, the rivets on the jeans were. So that might be a problem for detail if we want a lot of detail on the petals. But I don't think we're gonna want a huge amount. They should just be, like, a soft gradient or something. So it might be okay. It's tight, but it's not terrible. Like, you could fit a single legible letter on them if you really wanted, it looks like. Except for on the small inner ones, which makes sense. You're not gonna fit much on those. Maybe... I think those are those not the shoes? Those are not the shoes. What is that one then? So that's like one of the shoe ones. What's the other one then? That's those. Is it part of the skirt? No, because that's that one. Those are there, that makes sense. I'm getting confused. Is it this thingy then? Okay, it is. It is those. Because that being like that is a bit annoying. There's not really a good way of dismantling that unless we're like putting another sharp bit there, and I don't really want to do that. And then turn off that. Okay, yeah, that is one piece. I think I'm just gonna accept it as it is. I think that's what I'm settling on. Though I am curious, where is that bit? Okay, so that's that tiny bit there. I thought I put a thingy on that, did I not? I did. There is a split there. It just decided no. Did the other bit do it right? Where is the other bit? One bit's there. There it is. Okay. So that's the other bit. The other bit did do it right. How did that not split then? I guess it just didn't really need to, because that's all flat anyways. Alright, I think I'll accept that's just fine. So then what I'll do now is first make sure that I have that saved. We'll go back to layout. We will go back to this space. Make sure this stuff is visible. Then I will export this as FBX. Make sure that we have that as the avatar base. Base assets. Keidakat. Avatars, there we go. Everyone base. Model. Keidakat base FBX. Make sure that's set the right way. So if I export that, that should go the right way. And then piano dress. Shouldn't need a secondary. What is this sphere? Oh, that was just a loose flower. So that's fine. We'll get rid of the secondary though, we don't need that. Select both of those. File, export, FBX. Go back out to clothes. The piano. Make sure that's selected the same way. Save that again just to be sure. And then let's see if anything broke on Blender's side while I pull up Substance Painter. So I've got both loading. We'll see which one comes up first. And then looks like Substance Painter, but I still gotta create the actual thingy. I'm doing okay. I'm dizzy a little bit still. But we're importing stuff to the other programs now, so we've made good progress today. Project. You unspooned and I became more dizzy. I don't understand it either. I wish I did. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Body base. Does this have... Okay, so that does have the new masculine blend shape, so that is good. So if I swap window to Unity, so you guys can see what we see here. We have the model with completely untextured clothes, but if I select the body that it's using, you can see we have the mask on it, so that's a good sign. I'm curious, on like the party dress version, it also has it good. Okay, so that means that all avatars, as I update them, should have the new base. So that's good for improvement. And yes, we have all of our stream pets. And then the other thing that we need to do on this piano one is we need to add a VRC theory armature link, and we're going to link from hips to hips, so that should now move together, and then we'll have to create a fizz bone thingy to handle the actual weights and stuff. But we're gonna worry about physics later, because I want to get the materials done first. So the bit we're gonna start on then is going to be from laptop, which I forgot to open OBS on the laptop so I could port that over. Let me do that quickly. And then it should handle it. So if I set properties, substance painter, there we go. So now if I turn on laptop capture, why did that look weird? Oh, it's got crop on it, I think. Filters, take off crop. There we go. Okay. So we now have substance paint, substance painter. What isn't healthy? So this will be a little bit of struggle because we have to separate out the pieces. And I kind of don't have good way of the words. Yeah, that's English failing with Dizzy. The struggle with the setup is we can't hide the individual parts very easily, so making the masks for each section is a little bit tricky. So if we do like folder here, call this one dress, and then add a fill in that. That's linked up properly. So we'll put this as like black for now. And then if we add a black mask. Now we can paint on that. And if I do this on both sides, that should mark it so that when we go to the 2D mode, we know what exactly is that. And then we just need to color it in on this side, which should be doable. We just need to do that for a whole bunch of stuffs. That should be UV, that should be texture size. There we go.
I sure do feel like crashing soon. Be a shame if you saved your progress or something.
Let me finish coloring in the dress and then I'll save progress. I also need that to be a harder brush because it's going to get me in trouble. Spacing down. Yeah, it's gonna be black dress with piano on the hem. Piano keys on hem. That's my idea for it anyways. I don't know what color I'm gonna make the flowers yet. That's the real one, I don't know. Alright, so if we go 3D mode, now we have black dress. Though this is missing bits. The problem is that that is very close to the other bit. What is your suggestion? Pink with yellow inside on the flowers? Maybe. I don't know. I have not thought that far ahead. There we go. I think that should help. So then we will save as, and then I need to get this to the correct folder. New folder materials. Then inside the materials folder we add texture folder. And that's where we put the piano dress SPT. There we go. Okay. So we got that, and then that is now dress one. We add new folder. We can even move this one down. We'll hide dress material for now. Call this one shirt. This one will currently fill with like a light blue material just so that we can see what we're working with. Add a black mask. And then, so these, along with the collar and stuff. Like all of that should be. So now if we swap to 2D, we know this is part of the shirt. Then of course I taste like raspberries. I eat a lot of raspberries. I guess we got those sleeves done. This is part of the collar. So So that's pretty obvious. And then this looks like the inner part of the shirt. I think these are the cuffs, so those are important. And then I think we're missing the back of the shirt. No, that includes the back of the shirt, doesn't it? So I think that makes sense for all of them. So then if we go back to the 3D view, does that make sense for all of the shirt? Oh, we missed these inner ones, because those are technically part of the shirt. Those are just the cut-off thingies to make sure that you can't look up the sleeves too far. So those were just those two little circles. So that's good. That means that we now have dress and we have shirt. We have shirt and dress. And then you got your suspension to stop being glitched. Nice! I think I'm gonna stick with white shirt on this one. Because I want nice white shirt under it. Why is your breakfast plotting to kill you? That doesn't seem right. And if I ate 99... or if I weighed 99 pounds and ate a pound of raspberries, then the effort it takes to eat raspberries would burn off calories and I wouldn't be 1% raspberry anymore. I believe Mythbusters actually did similar thing with eating a Big Mac. So I'd recommend go and watch Mythbusters. This can be socks. We're not gonna math while I'm dizzy. We tried that yesterday. So we'll do orange as like the test for the socks. Pale orange, kind of creamish color. A black mask. Mythbusters is a good show, I agree. So there. Two the only. And then I believe it's this one is sock. Because these are the socks we can't find. Because they're always gonna be covered by the shoes. I think that's part of the dress. I think I forgot to put that on the dress. So I think that's the underside of the dress. Ah! Box! Struggle! Eeh. Got it. Hit hard to hold up. There we go. It kept slipping. And then these parts of the sock. And of course you want to attack something eternal, you're eternal. Alright, so we've got socks, I think. Let's add this to dress, because I think this is part of dress. So let's go see if that looks right. Yeah, that was definitely part of dress. Oops. So then, I am a little less dizzy at the moment. Coloring apparently helps. I think next one we'll put shoes over socks, so this one can be shoes. Shoes we can do a like deeper blue as our test color. Black mask. Oops. Come on. There we go. Zoom in. Oop, not that. Uh-oh. Why that like that? Why have we got clipping there? Oh, I think that's... Wait, what? Why is that doing that? That's not right. Hang on. No, don't test my durability by running me over in a car. That is very rude of you. DX. Let's see if that fixed it. So now if I go File, or Edit, Re-import Mesh. No, what is going on with that? Is that part of the... What is going on there? I can't tell if that's part of the... It doesn't look like it's part of the shoe that has sock on it. Why is that cut in like that? It looks like its topography messed up. I do a join there. Join there. I think I see what's happened. File, export FBX again. And then do file, no, edit, re-import mesh. There we go, now it's fixed, okay. The socks do currently look flesh colored. That is not going to be their permanent color. That's just so that we have something that's obvious for which part it belongs to. And then as we actually go and add the materials back, you'll see what it is supposed to look like. Because right now, goal is just get things to be mapped correctly. Yeah, it did. It basically, when it turned it into triangles, it did two vertices connected that weren't supposed to be connected. So I just went and manually made the mesh triangles in that area the way that it should have been, so that it wouldn't do that again. And then, other thing I need to do is it under shader settings. No, where is it? Texture set settings? UV padding should be UV space neighbor. There we go. That gets rid of those weird edges that we were seeing. Your hair is very floof silver. We got these. That's part of it. Shoe over here. The back thingy here. Is that not also part of the shoe? I feel like those should be part of the shoes. Oh, that's a lot of subs.
Silverblaze official has gifted 5 subs to viewers.
Silver, thank you for the gifted subs. I was not expecting that. Thought you were going to attack me with the bits that you bought earlier. You spooked me very much. You're gonna end up making me dizzy again if you're not careful, though. Yeah, I am a jumpy kitty. Look at those as shoe colored. And then I think that's part of the shoe. I think that's the inner shoe there. And then am I missing the other inner shoe? I am missing these bits. I mean, you can dogpile silver once. That is entirely a silver question. There's the other one. I mean, remember that eternal bites. These are part of the shoe as well. Yeah, I don't know who should be more careful of who, honestly. Alright. So that should be shoes entirely masked out now. And then back to layers. Let's do one for flowers on the very top. And then one for ribbons below that. If I could spell correctly, that'd be great. There we go, ribbons. We'll put ribbons as being I guess yellow? We have not used yellow for anything yet. So now I need to color those. That bit there, these two, and then all of that. And then we have one more ribbon on the front over here. Because this, and those two. So now swap to 2D, and we have everything marked in yellow needs to be colored. I think those are all flower pieces there along that side. They certainly look like flower pieces. We have a lot of flower petals. This is not a flower piece, that is a ribbon.
Silverblaze official sent 500 to say, "Sing us a song, you're the piano man, sing us a song tonight." Well, we're all in the mood for a melody and you've got us feeling alright.
I am not piano man. I am a cat. I can just play a bit of piano, but I do not do the piano man. I suppose if really wanted, I could pull out the piano and try playing Home from Undertale again. But I might be a bit dizzy for that. I have not gotten enough confidence to sing on stream yet. No karaoke streams or anything yet.
Eternal 2319 sent 5 to say, "She's the piano mom."
I am Imam. Yes, actually? What is yes actually referring to? Coloring these. And then we just have the flower mask to do, and then we can start actually texturing stuff. So then go to 3D only. Yeah, that looks right. Piano, you have stream delay? Okay. After I do the flower mask, I'll pull out the piano and do a little bit of practice. We should have time for that. And then I'll do like bright pink. Maybe a softer pink for the flowers first. Oh shoot, that should be black mask, not white mask. So those need to color. That stuff. Though really I could probably just go 2D only. His theory is that all of these are flower. So we'll just slap pink on all of these, and if anything is still another color, that's when we know we have a problem. Or if anything else gets pink. Carry that up. I did end up practicing the Home from Undertale some today, so I might not be terrible at it today. We'll see though. I don't think I'm still anywhere where it's like able to actually fully play it, but it might be or at least a bit recognizable. Oh, that problem. That looks like color gone too far. No. Eraser. There we go. You've been practicing home too? I'm curious to see you play it sometime. Because it's always interesting to hear different people's covers of stuff, because you hear the little quirks in their playing and stuff. You hear what parts they're confident in and what parts they like play more emotionally than others and stuff. You're in trouble, Silver. And that is a trouble of entirely your own making. You have no one to blame but yourself. Okay, we're just gonna color over those and then I'll erase them. Come on, erase. Star started it? Why did Star start it? That kind of sounded like I was mediating a fight between my kids. Her stream? What did her stream do? There we go. And then these ones down here. She's making a drink in a game called Piano Woman. Fair enough. I think that should be all of the petals. It's a bit hard to tell what's shine versus what is color mist. It looks like all of that is just shine though. And then we go down. Ah, come on. And it looks like the ones on the feet are correctly done. Alright. So that is all of the masking done. So we can save project. And then for a little bit of a break, I mean, anyone who wants to claim to my kid is basically my kid at this point. Piano. Let me make sure I've got piano up. Why is my piano not coming up? Is it launching? It is launching. It's just taking... It's running an install script? What is going on with my piano? I don't know. And then we're gonna cancel that. We're gonna try it again. Okay, it wants to make changes to device. I say yes. It's not an update though. It didn't say update. It said play. I'm confused because it... Oh, there we go. Now it's coming up. So now if we pause music, put that away, and then make piano... Oh, what has happened to my piano scene? Hang on. Something's weird. Where is... There we go. I think that better. And then do the where stream avatars. Piano. There we go. Now you guys can climb on the piano. Now let me load up that one. And that should look okay. Hang on, where's my pedal? That's why it sounds a little odd. Oh, wrong one. I am still not very good at it. Why green line? Oh, why is green line there? Hang on. What is green line? Can I figure that out? That's gonna distract me. It's probably gonna distract you guys too. Hang on. I remember that was why I had that scene hidden in the first place. What the heck? It's part of that. Is it, not that one, not that one. Oh, okay, so it's part of that one. That's weird. But I guess that gets rid of it? That is very odd. Have fun, but I cannot. I don't have the Portal soundtrack on MIDI Eternal, so I have not learned that one. Here, I will scoop myself up. Right, I swear my accuracy goes down when people watch me play. I mess it up. Stop it! Yeah, no, I am flubbing it. Yeah, I still need to fine-tune my setup apparently based on the fact that I was messing with the green line and there's weird artifacting at the bottom there. But it's not too bad. So I will swap back. So we'll get rid of piano for now. And have everyone drop back down for a bit. Alright. So then back to normal music up. Something a little less sleepy. Now we can actually start fiddling with the materials on these. Oh, that's a lot of frogs. No, they should not do crimes here. What would be a good... maybe felt? I forget what normal dress is with that. I think nylon, actually. Yeah, I think that's correct. And then if we do work color, I kind of want to get the normal colors of, like, because I don't often go full black. I don't really want to go full black here either. So maybe shift it bluish, go very dark, something around there. And then weft color can be same thing. And then weft metallic turn down. Reduce fabric color variation. We need to change tiling so that it's a bit of a tighter. Problem is that doesn't quite feel right. Doesn't feel like the right material at all. Can I open what my other one is? Body contrast. No, dependencies, materials, textures. So if we open this one, yes, we'll open it. There we go. So what is this one made out of? Is that even like that looks like it's just straight solid. No, it does have a bit of thing to it. So it started as the fabric baseball cap, it looks like. So if we go open our current one, yeah, save. I think that was from me. So if we delete that bit, and then add the smart materials, probably. Yeah, fabric baseball hat. Add that to that one. There we go, that's looking a lot better. And that's actually probably about the right black anyways. Though it looks like we've got a bit of an issue on this one. So let's go 2D only. Because that looks like it's the, this not being exact. The mask not covering everything. How did Star react? I bet. Okay, I think that should fix it. So now if we go to 3D. That didn't. We've now got an issue there. Did I have that back on the... Why is that on tangent wrap? That shouldn't be. That should be on UV. Texture space. Object. 2D only. Size will go smaller so that this is easier to control. I bet it is funny. There we go. That should help. radio mate. Yeah, there we go. So now that line's gone. So that's good. And then we could probably do the hem straight away. I don't know if I want to do it immediately though. Because I feel like I need to get a good like picture for that. Because I don't have piano keys ready. Can I grab some though? If I do that and then that. Search like that. Yeah, this one. This one will do. Download that, and then on this one, add downloads. I think I should be able to just straight drag this in. Should it not? Add that as base color. You want that to be a triplanar projection? Okay, that not importing correctly at all. Okay. File. Is that... what type of file format is that? Properties. It's PNG. That should work. Import resources. Add resource. Downloads. That one. Import that as texture. There we go. Want that as base color. Why do you not work? Why is that not coming in? It should be able to. I'm knocking stuff over. Cylindrical projection. Like, it should be there, it's just not. And I don't know why it's not. Does it need a material mode first? But that feels weird. I don't want material. Base color should be open clip art. That one. And then it shouldn't be doing height, roughness, or anything. So why is that not working? Cylindrical projection. It's just not there. You have problems, Silver. That's what that is. If we delete that layer, let's say that we pull in random one. Did that even pull in? I did a thing, I don't know what I did! What even are you? Not good. Environment. So I've dragged in an environment, I guess. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. I've just never seen that thing. So I like drag this on then. Put that as like a base color. Okay, so that one imports correctly. Do not eat Saturn. Load that one. Base color. It's still not doing it correctly. Delete. Move that layer. I don't recommend consuming Pluto. Saturn does not have onion rings, and you can't be sleepy drunk if you're supposed to be babysitting me. Let's put this in this assets, my folder, clothes, piano, materials, texture. Call this one piano, clip art, and then let's see if we can't actually import that one. File, import resources, add resource. That one should be texture. As base color. There we go. Okay. Now that one works. I don't know why it was so fussy before, but it works now. So now if we make this on the dress first off, and then do this as a cylindrical projection. Now it doesn't work? Oh, it does. It does. It's right there. This should wrap all the way around. And then we want this to be shorter. You're hydrating? Good. So I think that would be piano hem then. I guess I'm hydrating too. Hydrating again. So we've got piano on there. Next, let's do the shirt, I guess? See if we can't get something that feels like it would make sense. What's up, Silver? Why are you flopping in your chair? So when did it start doing, like, that? That looks weird. We want something like lace-ish. Or not, okay. Fabric linen worn work well for this? Let's try slapping that on there. Kind of not. So if we do base color lighter. Just want this to be like a white shirt, basically. Fabric base, fabric pattern, base color, bring that up. And then lighter fibers. Do like that. And then can I? Okay, no, I'd have to do different sizing from there. I don't know on that texture of shirt. So that's one option, but I'm not sure on that. I'm not overly small. This will mirror position better. Actually, let's try this one. Maybe not. If we do paper. Yeah, that looks a little silly. I think even if we did do like one white and then one very close to white, maybe put it in blue camp to make it feel cleaner. Yeah, that's still very busy looking and not quite what we want. I guess it is bedtime. I really wanted to get the shirt too. That would have been nice. That one's getting closer, maybe. But that feels definitely more knit than anything else. I also don't know how I feel about the opacity on it. You'd have to turn opacity off. So you wouldn't normally have like a knit material on this kind of collar. I don't think so anyways. Maybe if it was like tighter feeling? Like that? and it feels less knit. More like a weave of some sort. I'm not sure on that one. It is fabric color variation. So that should be one that doesn't affect the sleeve thingies. So these shouldn't be out of that material. So I want to see if I can do these end ones as like a lace, because that would be really cool. So like if I bring in this floral lace. Would definitely need to be tighter than that. Oh, that actually might be interesting as like an upper thing. What if instead of UV projection, you make that spherical projection? Not spherical, cylindrical. And then rotate cylindrical. So that it's like that. And then move that up. What do we think about that? That looks kind of interesting. And then I might leave that on like that for now. I'm not sure on it. But I did make it so that it wouldn't clip through anywhere, so we could go with something that's not fully opaque. But it does kind of hide the collar. So maybe at least the collar should be the other one. So if we add white mask, say collar should be solid. Go to 2D only. Where was collar again? Collar was this one. So at the very least we want collar to be solid. Just the sleeves that were meshed? We could try that. That might be interesting. So I think it was this bit that was the rest of the shirt. So then if we swap that back, that's what it looks like with just sleeves. I feel like the cuffs need a bit more work that way. But it does feel nice and solid there. Could probably even go like a little bit further with it, I'm not sure. That is probably the same lace that we're going to use on the ribbons and stuff, so it might make it a good match. I think I'm gonna wait on trying to make the collar a different color until I have the rest of the materials roughly in. Because I definitely imagined it as white shirt, so I definitely want to keep that feeling. I think what I will do is let's go to the ribbons, and we're just going to slap this on. And this is just going to be a very rough thing to see how does it look when ribbons are also lace. I think we definitely want like tighter lace here. But I'm liking how the lace is on the tail ribbon. I think that's very pretty. And then on the shoes, definitely need... Well, I think that lace isn't too bad on the shoes either. So a bit more tweaking and I think that'll work fine. I think the cuffs need a little bit more of an edge to them. Like they feel like they're very loose and they're gonna fray type thing with how they are. I think that's my concern with those. And then... do we need to worry about that on like the edges? Because we might need to kind of thicken up the edges of these two. But I think that's going to have to be for another time. The other thing, would we want lace on socks? I'm worried that might be too much lace. Though also, what if we detach those and make it more like that? So it has like a little bit of a different pattern to it. Or what if we try the other lace option we have? That one. Make that white. So that's looking more like it makes sense. Oh, I just noticed that we've got a bit of a problem with the dress. The piano clip art is not centered, which will be a problem. Because that needs to go roughly in the middle there. Maybe we need to make that triplanar? Kind of hoping to avoid that. No panic. It's a little bit wonky in the back, but not terrible. I know, I'm just fiddling with stuff, trying to make it work. I guess we'll roll with that one. I might wrap this one up off stream, because it's so close, it's bugging me. Hi, Thaddeus. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make this dress as merch, just because it basically just be the black dress with the hem. Which doesn't, like, that's not what this outfit is. The outfit is, like, everything else. So I don't think because I have no means of making lace merch like this. So I don't think this is gonna come out as merch. I might do something at some point that references it. Maybe, like, a cute design of me wearing this on a hoodie or something. I don't know yet. I don't know what people would actually want to buy, is the other thing. So we will see. I make no promises for specific merch for this. Yeah, I don't think anyone's buying the butt bow silver. No one has a tail to tie it to. Maybe I want the lace on the socks to be darker. Do kind of like that. Why is that so bright though? It was like straight black, because that does not look like it's... Yeah, that is not taking the color. What is that taking? So if I make this one to be black, will it make it black? Okay, it does. Okay. So that's how we'd have to change the color if we wanted to make them like stockings of a different color. What are you tempted to buy, Eternal? We'll go like there for stockings, maybe. I don't know, I'll have to do these on the actual thing. A vinyl? That sounds interesting. Need to make the opacity a little bit better, maybe. No, that doesn't help. Distortion. It's fine. Metallic makes it shinier, so that might be nice. Feel more like it's nylon stockings or something. can't seem to get it to be more opaque though. Maybe technical parameters. No, that doesn't have anything that would affect opacity from what I see. Alright, I'm gonna keep working on this if I don't stop myself. So we're gonna need to just hit save on this. And I guess I'm gonna come back to this next Tuesday, because this is going to take a lot more finagling. But I don't know if it's going to be enough for a full 3-hour thing, is my problem. Because this probably has like 2 more hours of work on it. I don't know. It's gonna be trouble. Though we've still got the physics to do. We've still got the physics to do. So that's probably enough on the full model to be both of them then. So we'll go ahead and call it here. Just half piano outfit, half piano playing. Maybe. It is funny that my dizziness has basically entirely let up at the end of stream. I don't know how that works, but maybe I passed it to Silver. Maybe that's why Silver's drunk right now. Who do we want to go raid is the next question. Wait, hang on, did I see someone doing 3D? It's not my fault, Silver. I didn't mean to. Silver, is Star wrapping up? Or is Star still going? Because Star is online. Or there is someone else who's doing their 3D debut and is doing art. Humtorm, we've apparently rated before. So do we want to go see someone's 3D debut, or do we want to go watch Star? Put 1 for Star, 2 for 3D debut. I counted out of order, didn't I? 1 for 3D debut. It's silly. Alright, I'm seeing a lot of 1s for Star. Two 1s and 1 2. Which, that also doesn't... Numbers are hard today, we're going with Star! So we will go raid her, especially since Silver has already said in her chat that we're gonna be raiding her. So go show her some love. Looks like she is doing Cyberpunk Bartender Edition thingy, which is super cool. And then I will be back on Thursday, where we're gonna be doing Escape the Backrooms with Silver, along with Volky and Victory, as long as everyone can make it. So I will see you guys next time. Do as mia!